Hi, I'm Marie Elizabeth, and this is Relationship Alchemy. Today, we're going to talk about how to reduce holiday stress on your relationships. I'm going to be focusing on intimate relationship today, but if you're not in one, you're welcome to take this practice and do it with a friend or a family member because it totally applies. The holidays can be such an additional source of pressure and stress on relationships. There's family dynamics, there's all the things you have to do on top of your regular schedule to get gifts together, etc., depending on how you celebrate the holidays. And it's a time when our stress tends to really insert itself into how we relate to one another. And the default is that we tend to go into patterns of relating that are automated and unconscious and don't generally serve us. So I'm going to show you a 3-step process today to help you not go into those default patterns of relating and stay more loving and connected with one another through the season. Now, there's also a 4th step that I will illuminate at the end, but the main process is a 3-step process. And those 3 steps are to notice, interrupt, and disrupt your stress pattern. So each of us has a typical pattern we go into when we're stressed out. Mine tends to be to get critical and nitpicky, and I find fault with things that my partner is doing. His stress response tends to be to slow down and get more deliberate and really careful. Other stress responses that I see all the time are to go into overfunctioning and try to get everything done and not be able to take a break. Some people also shut down and withdraw and avoid. So step 1 is to notice what your habitual response to stress is. And don't beat yourself up about it. It's simply to notice it and recognize that that exists. You're identifying a pattern. There's no value judgment here. Step 2 is to interrupt the pattern. You do that first with the noticing. That's a form of interruption. But the second form of interruption is to pause and say to yourself, oh, look at that. I'm going into my stress pattern. So step 1, notice what it is, identify it. Step 2, interrupt it by stopping and going, oh, look at that. I'm doing my thing. Step 3 is to tend to yourself. It's to disrupt the pattern. So instead of just going full on into it and letting it take over, after you've interrupted it, then you disrupt it by doing something different. This may look like taking a bath, having a cup of tea, taking 3 breaths, walk around the block, dancing to your favorite song, calling a friend, meditating, whatever feels accessible and supportive to you in the moment. Something quick to or not quick, depending on how much time you have, to shift your physical state and your energy in your body. Shifting your state helps to shift your mind. It kind of knocks you out of the pattern. So that's step 3, to disrupt it. Now, step 4 that I wanted to tell you about is to set this 3-step process up with your partner or partners, if there's more than one, before you get stressed. So at a time when everybody's feeling good, you say, hey, I want to approach the holidays differently this year. In fact, I want to learn how to hack my stress patterns in a new way. Would you be willing to play a game with me to set this up? And if they say, yeah, that sounds cool. And then you name what your habitual pattern is. And then you ask them, hey, if you notice that I'm going into my stress pattern before I notice it, would you say, hey, I notice that you're doing XYZ, your stress pattern. Are you stressed out? So in this way, both of you, and ask if your partner, what's your partner's stress pattern? Would they like you to do that with them? And in this way, you each have your attention as well as your partner's attention on each of your states at all times. and can support one another instead of heading into an argument or a spat. That's simply happening because one or both of you have gone into your stress patterns, and it's your stress duking it out. When you're not stressed out, it doesn't matter so much that they left a pair of underwear on the floor or a glass in the sink, right? But when you're stressed out, that glass, that pair of underwear becomes huge, and it means so much. It means a lot, everything about your relationship and what's wrong with them, right? So in this way, noticing your own stress pattern and tending to yourself, and your partner noticing their stress pattern and tending to themselves, and vice versa, you noticing theirs if you catch it first, them noticing yours if they catch it first, you stay on the same team. And you each do what it takes to keep your stress at a manageable level so that you can be a team and be kind to one another as you go through the holidays. So today has been a conversation about how to reduce holiday stress on your relationships by noticing, interrupting, and disrupting your pattern in support of and with the support from your partner or friends or family member, whoever you choose to do this with. And I'm Marie Elizabeth Molly. This has been Relationship Alchemy. If you haven't signed up yet to receive my newsletters, please do so. You're missing some great stuff. And I have a free resource available for you in the show notes. The 3 secrets to having more love and connection in your relationship. So grab that download, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Remember, a great relationship starts with you.